Okay, we're going to have a look at another type of algebraic fraction that we can solve. This time we've got another fraction involved on the answer side as well, so there's a little bit extra work needed on this one. It's going to start in very much the same way, where we need to have a common denominator on the left-hand side to be able to add these two fractions. So my starting point with this one, okay, is to multiply the two denominators together, so that we have the same on each, and therefore we can work out what to do from there. So for the left-hand fraction, we've multiplied both the numerator and the denominator by x minus 2. And on the second fraction, we've multiplied numerator and denominator by x plus 3. And then it's still equal to negative 10 over x plus 7. And again, if I can get the numerator all on one line, so 3 brackets x minus 2 added to 2 brackets x plus 3. And do be careful if you have a negative there at any point, so just make sure you're being really careful with your signs. And then the denominator will be the same, so x plus 3, x minus 2 equals negative 10 over x plus 7. And then I can expand and simplify my numerator. So 2 separate brackets to do here. That will give me 3x minus 6 added to 2x plus 6. And you have the option, so I'm going to expand the double brackets down the bottom here, but you can deal with them slightly differently. Okay, so we're going to expand the double brackets here. That will give me x times x gives me x squared, x times minus 2 will give me minus 2x, and then 3 times x will give me plus 3x, and 3 times negative 2 gives me negative 6, still equal to minus 10 over x plus 7. And then I'm going to simplify my numerator, so 3x plus 2x will give me 5x, and the minus 6 plus 6 on this case will cancel out, so it's just 5x on my numerator. And then my denominator, when I simplify this one, I will end up with x squared minus 2x add 3x will give me plus x minus 6, and this will then equal obviously the minus 10 over x plus 7. So you'll see some questions that are a bit like this in the first place, that start like this, and others obviously will build up to this level. And at this point, we've got an equation to solve where we've got a fraction on both sides. So actually, what I can do at this point is what we call cross multiply. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of the fact that I have x squared plus x minus 6 on one side. So I'm going to multiply by x squared plus x minus 6 to both sides. X squared plus x minus 6, but that will leave me then with 5x. And remember, when you multiply, that goes on the numerator, so minus 10 lots of x squared plus x minus 6 all over x plus 7. And then my way of dealing with the fraction on this side now is to multiply both sides by the x plus 7. Okay, and then I'll go up to the top of the page so that you can see how I get on with this one. So I've now got 5x multiplied by x plus 7, so we write it in a bracket, equals minus 10 bracket x squared plus x minus 6. And then I'm going to expand all of my brackets and make it fully simplified. So on the left-hand side, I will end up with 5x squared plus 35. And on the right-hand side, when I expand that bracket, negative 10x squared, take away 10x, plus 60. Okay, and then again, I've got a quadratic equation, so it's going to involve an x squared, so I need to have at least one side equal to 0. At the moment, I've got negative x squareds on this side, so I'm going to aim to make my right-hand side into 0. So to start off with, I'm going to add the 10x squared to both sides. That will leave me with 15x squared plus 35 equals, sorry, 35x, I dropped that there. So 35x equals negative 10x plus 60. And then I want to get rid of my minus 10x, so I'm going to add 10x to both sides. And if you can do it in one step, I'm going to subtract the 60 from both sides. So that will leave me with 15x squared plus 45x minus 60 equals 0. So we can factorise it using the cross method at this stage. However, you can simplify it. So hopefully you've recognised all three terms actually are multiples of 15. So I can take 15 as a common factor outside. That will leave me with x squared plus 3x minus 4 equals 0. And if I then divide by the 15, or 0 divided by anything will still be 0, it makes it much easier for me to factorise it at this point because there are a lot less choices. Okay, so if you factorise it or make it as fully simplified as possible before you factorise, that will help. Then you can use your cross method. So to make x squared, it will be x and x. To make negative 4, okay, it's going to have to involve 4 and 1. And I want it to make positive 3, so I'm going to go with positive 4 and negative 1, and then double check by cross multiplying. So x times minus 1 will give me minus x, x times 4 will give me 4x, 4x take x gives me 3x. Therefore, when factorised, the top two go together in a bracket, bottom two go together in a bracket, equals 0. And we just finish off by putting each bracket equal to 0 to solve, so minus 4 on this one, and the second one, x minus 1 equals 0, so we would add 1 to that one, and then my solutions at the end will be x equals negative 4 and x equals positive 1. Okay, so there's a set of questions in loop cards for you to have a go at, and give me a shout if you're not sure on anything. You can work with others, so by all means contact somebody else that's working on math at the same time and see if you can work together.